finish anywhere 4 through 10 is still possible, 6 and 9 realistic. What are the emotions like for you? And are you watching the standings each night, even when the Pels aren't playing?
For us right now, it's concentrate on Portland, and we'll try to keep it as simple as that. I'm sure the human nature is to take a peek and see where things are. Guys watch the games, but our mindset has to be one game at a time.
And speaking of Portland, how do you get ready? How do you get up for a team that's dangerous like this? They're out of the playoff picture. A lot of unknowns playing tonight, but they have nothing to lose. Yeah,
those games they're always tough, always difficult. You have to resist against playing down to your competition, and I say that respectfully. And when you watch them on tape, they play hard. They play hard. They scrap. Young team that plays together. They drive the ball. They rebound the ball. So they play with a level of toughness that you have to outmatch.
Follow up with that. You watch them on tape, and we talked about rebounding all year long. Just the way they go after rebounds, especially on the offensive glass. So how key is that going to be for you guys to rebound those misses?
It's extremely key. Their last 5 games, they have more offense rebounds than their opponent every game. So it's something that they do well, and they pride themselves on getting second chance opportunities.
You know about Dyson for tonight yet?
He's going out and warming up, and he'll be more of a game time decision.
Was Brandon able to do anything in practice yesterday?
Yes, he was. He went through the warm up part of practice. He's on the floor doing player development work, and starting to do a little bit of one-on-one. So he's progressing.
Is it a possibility we see him in either of those California games or SAC in Golden State?
It's always a possibility, but nothing that I can confirm right now. Yeah.
And you've talked all year about just JV and his professionalism, how much you kind of respect the way he's handled it. 4 minutes in the last game, how have you gone about just kind of having those conversations with him that, there's going to be certain games where he's just not going to have as many minutes as y'all are leaning more into some of these small lineups?
Yeah, it's a constant communication from myself to JV to myself, just talking it through, allowing him to have an understanding of teams that we watch that we feel, we can put smaller groups on the floor and have a better chance. Then there's some games that are games that we play through him. And like you said, all season he's been extremely professional, works his tail off every day. Just such a high character individual. We're grateful to have him. But that's the nature of the game. There's some games with all of our guys that are good games that they can come in and help, and there's some games that their roles may not be as high as it was the last game.
Why do you think y'all are able to find such a level of comfort with those small units? You kind of gone to it more and more these past couple of weeks. What have you kind of seen just this kind of give you that confidence to lean on as much as you have?
Well, I feel like we're scrappy defensively. I still feel like we can rebound with those groups. The more that we do it, the more that we'll get more comfortable doing it. We become a matchup issue for teams. They're trying to figure out who's going to guard Zion. When BI's back, who's going to guard BI? And we're playing faster. We're putting teams on their heels. And, there's times that we put that group on the floor and it's difficult to stop us.
Dyson spent a few possessions guarding Nurkic in that last game. Just how do you think he did, going up against a huge guy down low?
I thought he did. He did great. Guarding the big fella, it's not an easy task, but if you meet him with physicality like Dyson, Herb, and all those guys did, Zion, JV, Larry, they make it extremely difficult to score down low, and that's not what that team wants to do.
And Zion and Trey both talked about Dyson kind of just like cutting in, making a few floaters, and that really helped things the other night. Is that one way to kind of, I guess, counteract those like defenses where they're just going to try to sit in the paint like that?
Absolutely. We're looking at it that if teams are going to guard us like that, we got to make them pay, and we'll continue to watch it, work on it on the floor, and get better. Okay, thank you.